Hello, everyone, and welcome to PyData 2025. I'm excited to kick off the general track today with Python meets Excel, smarter workflows for analysts and data teams with Dr. NISHA Aurora. I really encourage you as attendees to interact with each other and with our speakers in the chat, which you'll find over the right side of your screen. You can also drop any questions you have in the Q&A, and we will answer those at the end. But right now, I'm going to hand over the mic to our speakers. So thank you so much for being here. Oh, you're muted.
Everyone for being here
There.
to listen to my talk. So let me share my screen first. You can see my screen. So I welcome you all to the talk, Python meets Excel, smarter workflows for analyst and data team. And thank you for your interest in this talk. So before we talk about how Python and Excel integrates, I would like to introduce myself a little bit. I'm a trainer by profession and I'm an educator by heart. So I love to make complicated things simple for everyone. Business users, analyst team, I would love to teach them access data science tool, AI tools, and make their workflow simpler. Here is a little bit of background of what I have done. I am PhD in mathematics and I have taught engineers, MBAs, executives, corporates, tech communities. I love to speak to tech events in communities as well. And this talk is inspired by my upcoming book, which is still in progress, will be launched very soon, Python Powered Excel. So I'm trying to give a summary of what we can do with Python and Excel integration. More details are there, which will be coming in the book, but we will be touching upon important aspects here. And I love to do the community contribution. I love to write on QA forums, blogs. I have my YouTube and many places I love to answer learners' query as well. My content has reached more than 1.7 million users worldwide. I have created some of the courses as well. Now, enough about my intro. I think many of you are Python developers, Python analysts, or Python users. So you people breathe Python every day, you work with Python every day. And my talk has something entitled Excel. You might be thinking, do we need Excel really? Because if we are comfortable with Python, especially for analysis and data science, because my area is data science, analytics, AI, machine learning, statistics, and all. So if we can do those things with Python, do we really need to talk about Excel? We will talk about this thing, why we need to see Excel and how we can integrate basically Python and Excel. Two things: what are different tools available in Python for Excel integration? Can we use Excel as front end and Python as back end? All of this I would try to demonstrate using two case studies, although time is limited, but still I'll see how much I can give you in 30 minutes. So first thing first, as Python user, you might be thinking why we need to drag cells when we can drive with Python. Yes, you are right. If you are working in analytics or data science or machine learning or statistical research, you might be knowing that Python can do much better than what Excel can do. So if there is any Excel user here in the audience, you might be knowing Excel's limitation when we work with complex formulas, VLOOKUPs, and some of the things are made easy with latest Excel features, and even Power Query made few of the things automated and easy to do. But still, there are a lot of manual steps which you need to repeat every time you analyze your data. So you would say that Python is best when it comes to analytics, and it is one of the most popular programming language out there. So yes, Python is better, and we would be doing analytical data analysis part, charts, visuals, everything in Python, but still we would be integrating it with Excel. Let's see why. So we all agree that Excel is everywhere. It is the language of business. Business people understand Excel. You might be knowing that they speak in Excel, they talk about Excel. All executives, business stakeholders, they want your deliverables to be in Excel. So your manager, who is responsible for taking any business decision, gives you the data, you analyze it, but they want the result to be delivered in Excel. They understand Excel. If they talk about dashboard which they need, so you can create dashboards in Streamlit and other Python tools, but they would expect you to deliver everything in Excel. So yes, Excel is needed by everyone in business, because not everyone is a programmer, not everyone understands Python. Although Colab and notebook style environment makes it easy to present your results to non-technical audience as well, but still they prefer seeing things in Excel where they can change their data, they can make new columns, edit some entries, and still would like to see their updated reports in Excel because they are more comfortable with Excel. So why not use Excel for everything? Then why do we need Python? Because we all know that Excel has great limitation. So Python solves those Excel's limitation, and still Python can help you deliver production ready dashboards, automated reports, everything in Excel to those who breathe Excel. We are Python first users, but there are people who are Excel first users. These days they are learning little bit of Python with Microsoft Excel 365 feature, but still they are not comfortable doing a lot of stuff in Python. So we will see how we can make Python with Excel to create a complete integrated workflow. So we don't need to replace Excel with Python, and we don't need to think about replacing Python with Excel, right? We can integrate both of these. So there is no war between these tools. We can use both of these together to make a seamless experience for business users, for technical and non-technical people. Now, if you are from analytics and you do perform some kind of analysis in Pandas, you might be knowing Pandas is one of the most popular library for data analytics, and you would say that I will do my analysis in Pandas and then I'll export back my result to Excel. What's the big deal? Why do I need this talk and the additional libraries? So you might be knowing when you export data to Excel or CSV using these writer function, you can do a lot of things using these arguments, but probably you might have noticed engine parameter here, which allows you to choose the engine OpenPyXL or XLSX writer. Have you ever paused and thought what these libraries are, what these engine parameters are? So basically these are Python libraries, OpenPyXL, XLSX writer. These are separate open source Python libraries. They comes up with a lot of nice features. So while writing data to Excel, using these libraries, you can do a lot of formatting, you can insert and create charts in Excel, you can do a lot of other stuff like protecting sheet, a lot of stuff which Excel users want, right? So if you just write your data using to Excel, your options are limited. You will not be able to do those kind of formatting which you need in reports. So usually Python users, they write data to Excel using this function, and then they open Excel and then they start their formatting there, because you need to present result in the particular brand format and all those things. So you do things there in Excel. You don't really need to do things in Excel if you are comfortable with Python. We will see how. I'm not sure, but some of you might have seen Excel writer class in Pandas. So far, I'm just talking about what you already know. In Pandas, this is Excel writer class, which allows you to do little bit customization with, for example, where you want to write your data. In this code, for example, I have two data set, flights and cargo. These are two different data sets, and I would like to write them on the same sheet. So I want to create a new sheet, name it data, and I would like to write them in different locations. For example, flights data set should go to second row and first column, and cargo data set should go to second row but starting from fifth column, third column. So you can do it this way. Indexing is a little bit different here. It starts from 0. So this code writes data in Excel like this. So you can see my data here, flights data is here, and cargo data is here. I just have created toy data sets for demo purpose. So yeah, this allows me to write data sets at different location, customized location, which was not feasible with simply two Excel function. Apart from this, I can also do other things, like I would like to format the headers. If these are numbers, I would like to do some number formatting. If I have dates here, I would like to do date formatting. For marks or something, I would like to do percentage formatting. So all those sort of stuff I can do with OpenPyXL, XLSX Writer kind of specific libraries, right? So let's talk about Python and integration, Python Excel integration, how Python meets Excel, what are various ways. So when I say Python meets Excel, probably many of you are thinking about Python in Excel feature, which is there in Excel 365, right? So yeah, it's a good start. Excel introduced Python in 365 version, which allows you to use basic Python libraries, some of the core Python libraries, do your analysis in Python and see the results in Excel. But this is really limited. It is very constrained because first of all, it is not available for Excel users who are not having 365 version. So when it was launched, and I was willing to try it, and that time I had only Excel 2021 in my laptop, so I couldn't explore what it offers, right? So first of all, you need Excel 365 to explore it. Second thing, writing code in Excel cell is not a great idea. They allow you to write code in Excel labs and editor window. Still, it's not a perfect environment to run a lot of code. It creates the Jupyter-like environment here, but is still not that perfect to do complicated analysis. Apart from that, you need active internet connection because your code doesn't run in Python local, right? You don't need Python installed for this. So the code goes to Microsoft server and the result comes back to you. So another disadvantage here, we would not feel great about sharing sensitive data and doing corporate analytics here on Microsoft server, right? So a lot of limitations are there, but still it is a good start for those who are Excel users, who are comfortable with Excel. They are just beginning. So using this and using Copilot, they are learning to leverage Python for their analytics. One of the limitations is it has limited libraries access. For example, these core libraries, which everyone needs in analytics, are available by default. So when you use Excel in Python feature, you really don't need to import these libraries. You can directly use it. Apart from these, other libraries are also available, which you can import and use. But if you need any library which is not available on the Microsoft server in that environment, then installation might not be feasible, right? Or you might have some permission issues. So this is one of the things where Excel users look at when I say Excel Python integration. But as Python developers, you can really learn directly other tools which I'm talking about. Even to Excel users, I recommend that if you are really willing to automate your things in Python, you should now explore a few more tools after learning basic Python programming. So some of the tools which are there for Excel integration, I'll talk about that. Just a note about the image. This is not the image created by me. This is taken by the Python store. Basically, it's an India-based company which sells these kind of tools. These are not AI-generated images. They sell these kind of tools, and the company name is Python. So while I was Googling for some image for my slide, I found it and I kept it here. So what are the open source libraries which allows us to do this kind of integration? First of all, you see OpenPyXL, XLSX Writer, I talked about these two, and there is third one, Excel Wings. These three allow you to do a lot of integration. We will see in a short while some of the use cases. And these libraries are great with XLSX files. But in case you still have legacy XLS file, These days we don't create XLS file, but in case you need to read or write or manipulate those files, then you might need XLRD, XLWT, and XLUtils library. And some institutes, if you work with larger Excel files, then you work with binary files. So for binary Excel files, you might need PyXLSB. There are many other tools as well, PyExcel, etc., but we will be using most of these. So let's see what you can do with these libraries. In short, if I say OpenPyExcel is a nice library which allows you to read and write XLS, XLSX, and XLSM files, etc. And with OpenPyExcel, you can read Excel file, you can manipulate, you can calculate things, you can write Excel formula. When you write back to Excel, you can create Excel formula and charts, everything, nice formatting, you can protect sheet. So it's a great library, but it has some limitation when it comes to rich formatting, production ready, those kind of publication ready reports. When you need very specific formats, then you might want to go to XLSX Writer. As the name says, this particular library, XLSX Writer, is a writer package. So it allows you to write Excel file, not read. So it doesn't allow you to read, but you can write. So when you want to write files, so you can just read it with pandas, do your analysis in pandas, and when you want to write back the result, you can use XLSX Writer. And I'll show you in one case studies what beautiful dashboards you can create with it. And advantages, apart from Excel chart, you can even create those kind of advanced charts which are there in Python or these libraries, and you can put it back in Excel, and those will be dynamic charts. So when you change your data, your chart will change. And one of the library which I mentioned here, Excel Wings, we need a special mention of these library because it is little advanced. See, with OpenPyExcel, you can't really handle macros. You can read macro enable file, but you can't really work or interact with those macros. And with XLSX Writer, you can write macro enable file provided you have the binary project for that, then you can do so. But with Excel Wings, you can do a lot of stuff. So apart from reading, writing Excel formulas, all sort of dynamic formulas, array formulas, everything, formatting. Apart from this, you can also interact with macro here, right? So you can basically run your VB macro from Python. You can control your Excel. So it allows, in case you have VB code, legacy VB code, and you would like to automate those things with Python, or you would like your Python function to run directly in Excel. So you can do a lot of stuff here in Excel Wings. Why? Because Excel Wings works with COM object directly if you are on Windows machine, or Apple script if you are on Mac machine. So it directly integrates with Excel application. The previous libraries which I talked about, OpenPyExcel and XLSX Writer, they work with Excel file. So you can create and modify file, but here in Excel Wings, it works with Excel application. So the advantage is you can work with it in hidden mode or visible mode. You can create multiple instances, and you can basically Pythonize all your workflow, everything you can do in VB and still interact with Excel. So one advantage is those who are non-technical people, those who don't like coding, those who are not willing to learn Python, and they still want to use Python's advanced features. So you can create your code for them, and you can share the deployment with them. They can just do one click, and entire Python analysis will be available to them, right? So all of these things can be done with Excel Wings. All these libraries are great, and we need to choose which library to use for which task. So the main theme of this talk is how you can make Excel as your user interface, still Python as the engine, right? So Python will drive the analytics. It will create the summaries, data aggregation, chart, data merging. It will allow you to fetch data from APIs, databases. a lot of stuff where Excel is poor, and then you can still write your result back to Excel, or allow Excel users to simply click somewhere, just a button, and see everything to their Excel file. So whenever a new data comes in, they just click one button and the new analysis is there for them, right? So even if they are non-technical people, they can leverage Python. So this is how you can help them. Some glimpses of the reports generated by Python. So for this dashboard, we have created in Excel directly by Python without opening Excel. So you can see my data was there on this file, right? This data we have got from GitHub API. So I used pandas and other libraries to get the data and analyze the data. These are GitHub open issues for pandas library, right? So for demo purpose, I just have used 500 rows, and open and closed issues I have written on different Excel sheet. Some calculation I created a separate Excel sheet, and dashboard is here. Another example of dashboard created by Python. Here you can see I have created a nice radar chart, which is not available in Excel. Nice, beautiful formatting, which looks better than Excel. And everything, the header, the formatting, the tab color, everything is done in Python. The column width, color, bold, italic, everything, percentage, all formatting is done directly in Python. Or the Excel users mostly love this kind of conditional formatting, highlighting some of the rows based on highest delay, or creating a sparkline chart, which is really popular in Excel users. Everything can be done directly in Python, right? So as Python users, we are comfortable with code. Learning few more libraries can help us, with working with Excel people. So here I would like to show you a quick demo, and then we will come back to the PPT quickly. So here you can see is my Excel file, and I have a data here and analysis sheet here. Let me just delete the sheet here. Okay, so my data is here, and you can see I have another tab here, Excel Wings, which you don't have because I got the packages and the add-in install. So when I click Run Main button here, so it is going to connect with Excel Wing, and after it connects, it is going to create everything for me. So for demo purpose, we have done just basic analysis. So issue status, top issue labels, and issues created resolved per day. So this is the same pandas GitHub issues data. So Python code is there, which has allowed me to calculate all of these things, right? So you are understanding you can write Python code and someone else can just click and enjoy the result, right? Apart from this, let me quickly tell you, time is less, but let me just clean this up. So for example, I have created this file right here. Behind the scene, this file was used to create that analysis sheet and show you the result. And here I have used some Excel Wings UDF as well. So basically, I can use all my Python functions here. So I can say issue status. See, it's not Excel function, issue underscore status, right? But it's a Python function which I'm using here inside Excel, and I can see the result. Just a moment, it's loading. Yeah, I think I clicked somewhere, but yeah, you can see the result here. So any Python function which you have created, you can simply use those functions here. And you might be seeing my command window is popping up again and again. This is because I have clicked on showing those things. I'm just copying the function names so that I can quickly show you. So this one, and I'm just copying the data here or inputting the data. You can input the Excel table as well in case you have created Excel table, right? So we got all the Python functions available here. Even this chart, it is created by a Python function. For example, let me just delete this chart and let me just write here what was the name of the function for that chart. I just need to see resolve efficiency chart, right? So resolve efficiency chart. So if I just supply the data right here, it's going to create the chart for me, right? So if you would like to help those users, you write your script, they can simply use these functions and use Python's power inside Excel. right? Everything is done using Excel wings. And I would like to just show you a very, very quick demo of XLSX Writer. So here is another code file. And you see, I'm just reading the data for now, just to make it reproducible. But here I have loaded it from GitHub API. And here, so far, I'm just doing basic analysis using pandas, matplotlib, seaborn, whatever. And I would like to run this much code for now. So run to line. Okay. So it's done. I have all the data available to me. The plots which I have created, this one, these two plots, everything is available to me. Now I would like to write report out of this. So I can create this file, right? But this file is already there in my folder. So let me just rename it. I'm just calling it PyData. Okay, and let me just run, I think Shift F9 or something. Alt F9, yeah. So I'm done with it. I just have run the code which was there, and my working directory is this XLSX project or somewhere. So you can see this Excel file just now created, current time. Earlier my file name was this, but just for demo I created this one. And it's here. So we had the data, right, which we have loaded or we have got from the API, open issues, closed issues. Some num error are there because I didn't write code there to handle empty cells for demo purpose, but we can do so. Helper, here I have not written a lot of code, but you can write all your helper calculation. And one example dashboard here, which you can see, right? So this is how you can create your dashboards using XLSX Writer. I couldn't explain you the code, but I would like to just say that these libraries, if you really like to explore, will help you to do all of these things. Basically, you can create reports, you can automate your Excel task, you can do your file management, you can connect Excel with Python interactively, you can automate your VB, because VB is increasingly becoming outdated. So any Excel users who is trying to automate things, so Python and Excel wings can really help, right? I would like you to connect with me. So feel free to connect with me. And one last thing, I would be thanking you for your support as this book takes shape. So any feedback, any input you would like to give about it, any question, please write your questions in the chat. Some of this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Awesome talk. I do have one question here. I'll put up on the screen.
Okay.
From Megan. Can you see it there? Oh. What level of setup is required for this on non-Python user machines? Installation of Python packages, etc.
Non-Python user, if you want to use Excel wings specifically, which I have shown you, so you would need to have some deployment. If you have Python installation, great. If you don't have, Python developer who creates this thing can share Python exe file on shared drive or something, and Excel wing add-in can point to that particular thing. So in Excel, you can install Excel wing add-ins. It is available for free. And that add-in you can point to Python exe, which is available on a shared drive if you can't install it on your machine. Otherwise, you can use one-click installation of Excel Wings Pro, but it is a paid version. So you need to have some kind of setup on your machine. Otherwise, shared drive can allow you to do those things. And Python developers can create one single one-click installer as well, where you can give end users Python, Excel wings, and whatever else they need. So they can just get one click to do these things because they are non-Python users, so they can still use it with one click, which can make things easy for them. For OpenPyXL and XLSX Writer, you don't need Excel install. So one great thing is, even if you don't have Excel, you can still create reports in Excel. So just open Colab, run your Python code, because Colab doesn't require any setup, and OpenPy Excel, XLSX Writer are available in Colab. So just open Colab, do your stuff, and your Excel report will be generated. No Python required, no Excel required, right? So, and for Excel being, as I said, you need to have some installation or one-click file options, which I shared with you. So some deployment options are there. Python users or Python developer can help you in that. I have covered these
Fantastic.
things in book because I know Excel users might not be having a lot of setup and they might not be comfortable doing things. Okay, you would like me
We
to share? Yeah,
Yeah, we do need to wrap up, but somebody did ask if you could share the code. And we do need to end this session, but we can continue the conversation over in Discord if you haven't joined our Discord there yet. And then Dr. Nisha can also add those as resources to make those available.
sure, I will add.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you.